only 3 field goals in the fourth quarter. You ever seen anything like that? Because Jayden had all 3. Everybody else went over 16.
Yeah, no, it was definitely a tough fourth quarter. 12 points. We had control of the game for majority of it, and I think they had 15 second chance points. Just the fourth quarter alone, we gave up 7 offensive rebounds. So those are very controllable things. But it's the NBA. You know, sometimes you're gonna make shots and miss shots. In those last 7 minutes that I was out there, I felt like I shot some very makeable ones, but they were just long and. You know, just we gave ourselves a chance. That's all I can ask for, and we stayed the course. But at the end of the day, we got to take care of the controllable details out there, which is rebounding and staying in front of our men. And the majority of the night we did that. But for me, I have to be better just if I'm going to be out there, even maintaining the pace that I was after getting somewhat injured by Dylan. Just got to maintain the poise. Yeah.
What happened on the play when you got injured by Dylan?
Just a re-aggravation of my foot. You know, unfortunate play. You know, I would have felt different up here if I felt Dylan did it on purpose, but I didn't. So, you know, just one of those plays where he's trailing me, and I think his feet got caught up with mine, and I twisted my ankle. So, just bad timing. But the game has to keep going on.
Obviously, you got a new accessory there. What's the outlook like for?
It's just precautionary. I just got to make it back home to Dallas and then start my recovery work and do everything I can to prepare for the next day and a half to take time, rest, and exhaust all my options possible to be ready to play next game.
I know that.
Yeah, man. After I re-aggravated, I was just really worried about my ankle being sprained, but after we came back here, it wasn't. But it was just a re-aggravation of that same spot on the top of my foot. So it's unfortunate. Again, you know, I felt like we had this game, especially in the third quarter, and then going in the fourth, the pace changed. They got to the free throw line. They started making those crowd enlivening plays. You know, offensive rebounds, just getting their guys going, and not too much talking, but they handled their business. So you gotta give them credit.
Just to make sure that I understand correctly, so it's not the ankle, it's the foot, the toe.
Yeah, I just re-aggravated that. Yeah, that was, and it went in a position where I could only re-aggravate my big toe. So, again, unfortunate, but just looking forward to the next 48 hours to see what I can do.
After the game, you get a long embrace with Ja.
Mm-hmm.
Told them?
I don't really want to share what I told them, but you know, when I embrace or hug guys after the game, it's usually out of respect and genuine love and authenticity of just having relationships that extend off the court with our families, and we really look out for each other. You know, I can't say everybody in the league, but you know, there are guys where we have you know, a great developed brotherhood and sisterhood with our girls in the W, and we just want to see each other do well. You know, I think I said it the other day, it was just nothing personal with Dylan when I was on the court. You know, he's one of my brothers as well that I look at from afar. And when we're on the court, it is everything. It feels personal, but it's not really. And I think that's just the art of basketball for years upon years that we're joining in, guys kind of trying to get themselves motivated. But other than that, we really protect each other off the court, and they didn't want to see me get injured, so that's why I didn't feel like it was on purpose. So.
Kyrie, you obviously have been in controversial situations yourself, different situations than Ja's coming back from. But as somebody who has been in a harsh spotlight like that, is there advice that you can give him as far as how to handle things from this point moving forward, you know, as he is coming back? Yeah,
I believe any hardship in life builds character. And when you're dealing with particular hardships in the public eye, especially with the media being attracted to, you know, just keeping up with what we're doing or what's the next kind of grab or story. I don't want to assume anything by every media member, but that's just the way it seems for me. And my perspective is just there was an overload of judgment on Ja, and there was an overload of judgment on what I had going on. And there's usually an overload of judgment from the public court of opinion. So with that working hand in hand, and we're such a you know, public league, we're going to deal with situations that may be very difficult to handle for the person going through it. But I think that's why we stretch our hands out to each one one another so we can just be there for each other. At the end of the day, I wish we can say we can control what the media says or we can control what, you know, other people say, but we can't. So with Ja dealing with that, I think the initial shock was dealing with the public opinion and all of the extra hoopla that comes with it. But then there's a real human being dealing with emotion. So I cared about that aspect. That's where I poured my energy to. So I wished his family well wishes. I wished him well wishes. And I just prayed for his peace of mind. That's all I really care about in this thing. The basketball thing is one thing, but peace of mind is everything. So I'm happy to see him out there today. I was happy to see him out there today. And I just wanted to make it through. He has a long career ahead of him, and I don't think anybody should be controlling it but him.